Welcome back, everybody, to the 2020 Florida Grand Slam, live here from Peak Performance Pickleball Academy. And guess what, guys? I'm not alone right now. I have a guest with me.
Are you sure you're not alone?
If you don't recognize the voice, that is the one, the only Simone Jardim. Welcome to the broadcast here.
You did such an amazing job. Great setup. It looks great.
Well, thank you.
The weather is not what we ordered, unfortunately, but it's equal for all players, so just gotta deal with it.
That's right.
Nice. So for sure, I'm sure that you've talked about this. It's a little cold, a little windy, so definitely the sides will tell. You can tell which way is blowing as you see the net.
Yeah, I think we've seen it mostly between games when you're switching sides. It takes a few points to kind of adjust, but even then, there's some gusts that are kind of throwing everybody off here.
I'm sure. They still got to run and chase that pickleball. Nice shot by Kyle. So right now, in my opinion, the wind is actually in favor of FAD because of the fact that it's behind him. So Kyle really got to swing through that wind. But again, at the same time, FAD needs to get up to the ball because it will die right in front of him, just like that serve did. So, hey, at least they're smiling out there.
That's right.
I'm not sure I'll be smiling. But yeah, it's a little colder than usual, especially for this time of the year. But we got some rain last night, unfortunately, and it completely changed. But I also know that a lot of people, when I talk about being cold here, 61 or 63, whatever it is, they look at me like I'm crazy because everywhere else in the country, they're getting tons of snow. So I get it. Wow.
It's all relative to what you're used to, though,
Oh,
right?
that's not going to... Oh, that's trouble. Oh, my goodness. That's some junk right there. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, because just to clarify, the rule is that your paddle would have to touch that before it lands back on Kyle's side, right?
Yes, but he can reach over.
Okay.
He just can't touch the net himself, or his paddle cannot touch the net, but he needs to make contact with the ball. That's a nice shot. Oof. That's smart. So right now, Kaio's definitely using the lob with the wind because he's hitting that lob pretty hard, but the ball is coming back into the court pretty much every time. So right now, 0-7.
Yep. 0-7.
So who won between Jay and Kyle Mackenzie?
Kyle did.
Wow, when I last looked, Jay was up in the first game. Ooh, ball
Kyle
court,
turned it
ball
around,
court,
yeah.
ball court. Jeez.
No injuries out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kyle really turned it around in game one, came back, won 13-11.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Wow.
And then game two, I believe it was 11-3, 11-4
Okay.
over Jay.
Gotcha. Oof. Yeah, the control is a little bit tougher because the ball is moving a lot, quite a bit. We got a layer coming off. So things are getting a little warmer, thank goodness.
Hoping that sun can heat it up a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, like the weather, if it wasn't for the wind, the weather would be perfect for singles day because, it's not hot. So, especially when you're running so much, it's great. But of course, the wind makes it much more challenging. Because at this point, it becomes much more of a mental game because of the fact that you have to stay so focused and so tough. Because again, you never know what the wind is going to do with that ball. And, it is a wiffle ball, so it moves quite a lot with the wind. It gets affected easily. That's in.
Does the ball play a little differently when the temps are lower as well?
Yes, I mean the ball is a little harder because of the fact that it is colder. Which again, some people sometimes can't tell the difference, but it does play differently. You can even hear it sometimes on the paddle, and unfortunately, also the balls tend to maybe break more. Go out of shape a little bit more. And again, that's because of the fact that it is colder. But it's not, I don't think it's... Uh-oh. What was that?
Was there a fault called?
No, hinder. I think it
hinder.
was because the player from the other court came over and he saw it in the corner of his eye. Oh, it was his anyways. 9-1. Oh, just missed it. Oh, and it's game point. It's in. Oh, nice get. But it's unbelievable that, you never think that the law would work. But on a day like today, it's working wonders for Kyle. He's throwing that thing up there and it's just going in many different directions. We got some new guys today. I know that some of our local tennis pros are starting to play some pickleball. So they're out there on the other courts grinding away.
That's great to see that.
Absolutely. Makes it nice for us to hear for practice partners. Oh, lost his footing.
We haven't seen as much of the cat and mouse game today, but perhaps as it warms up, wind dies down, we might see a little more of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's tougher, I think, because of the fact that this side where Frank is, I think that would be beneficial to him. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Oh, ball in the booth.
Dad got it.
Thank you to Eddie Sr. running that scoreboard and doing it very well.
Kyle with a two-handed backhand. And it's game one.
Game 1 goes to Kyle Yates, 11-4 over Frank Anthony Davis. We'll be back with the next game here after a quick word from our sponsors. Setting up for game 2 here.
So where are we at on the back draw? So
We're just checking the brackets here real quick to get a look. These matches are moving. They're moving faster than I was expecting them to.
singles usually. Yeah, we had a long day on Tuesday. I think it got done around 10 p.m. starting at 7 a.m.
Oof.
And then yesterday started at 7 a.m. But unfortunately couldn't finish. 2 brackets didn't finish. But Eddie, I know you didn't get to finish, but you got your bronze medal in the 4-0.
That's right.
There you go. And
Very excited about that.
battle until the rain came.
Yeah.
So, but thankfully, we got most of the brackets done. I mean, we have a lot of players, and it has grown quite quickly.
I got to tell you, you guys turned these courts around incredibly fast. We were watching, and within seconds of the matches finishing, you guys were announcing the next match. So kudos to having all those runners in place to keep this running like a well-oiled machine.
We are so fortunate. I mean, I can't tell you how thankful we are because we have so many great volunteers. And again, a lot of them are our students, they're our clients. They are here on a weekly basis, and they are, they're great friends. They are here for us on whatever we do. They're always behind us and supporting us. So again, like most tournaments, you can't get it done unless you have help. And we are, again, very, very, very thankful for all of their help. So I'm guessing that the next match on will be Tyson and Kaya McKenzie.
Yes. I believe they both train together, actually.
So they are thinking this weather is great. It's better than what they have right now.
That's right, yeah. You're right. People from colder weather climates probably get so annoyed when we complain about 60 degrees.
I know. I have like 5 layers on right now.
Mm-hmm.
How many layers do you have?
I have on 3 now, thanks to you for bringing me this nice,
Sparty.
Michigan State Spartan Nike pullover.
I know. It's a nice shirt. Nice shot. Closer game here on game 2. Oh, it's sailing. I'm surprised of how this side, the right side, well, where I'm looking, where Kyle is, in my opinion, it would be a huge advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like not, because of the fact that the control on Kyle's side seems to be the struggle. How much power is too much, and then the ball sails.
Yeah, we saw that in the last match where Jay Devier, when he was on that side, he had a really hard time keeping the ball in while still kind of maintaining power and pace behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that last match, 4 or 5 of those points, I would think, came directly from
Errors.
him hitting it
Just
out. Yep.
like unforced errors. Well, and you have to think also like the ball is really staying short. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Was he in?
I saw the replay there, and it was a little bit too hard to say. Got a quick timeout here. Can have a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
In pickleball, the last thing I want to think about when I'm playing is cramping or if you're able to perform 100%. Last US Open, I was playing singles and I was feeling like my right calf was getting like really stiff. And I was just like, okay, how can I help my body to perform better? When I start taking Jigsaw products, I'm gonna have energy, I'm gonna have good endurance, and I don't have to worry about me being tired or I'm gonna cramp, so I can just play 100%. You only have one body, so you need to take care of it.
Kyle calling for a timeout. Didn't like the necessarily the call that was made there about his foot being in.
Uh-oh. He lost this clip. I mean, it was a really close call, but I think, Kyle was tiptoeing the line. I guess this is the part of live streaming, is that later on you'll be able to go back and look. Nice shot. See, a lot of the times I think that's the toughest thing, is once to bounce back off of a call like that or a moment like that. Some players sometimes lose matches because of that. And mentally, you just got to stay so focused, because the call is not going to change.
Yeah.
And you just got to get over and move on, because otherwise, then it affects your play and sometimes affects the outcome of the whole match. All right, it's 4-4.
4-3.
I think it's 4-4. 4-4? Oh, 4-3. Yeah, you're right. That's where I feel like the advantage would be a deep serve with that wind.
Mm-hmm.
Push your opponent so far back. Because again, like I said, like it pushes them back. Now the return comes a little shorter. Then Kyle's already inside of the court and in control of the point. FAD is definitely getting a little frustrated with the wind. He can't believe that he just hit that one out through that wind. Oh.
Is that Kyle's ball sailed a little bit long there?
Yes, it did. Oh. Oof. Little gust. Oh my. All right, 7-6. That's a nice get. Wow. Wow.
Both of them surprised at that ball.
Well, because it was out and then came back in. It curved back in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice point. That's a nice shot.
Timeout is called here. Frank Anthony Davis up 8-6 on Kyle Yates. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Why Prince Pickleball? Why Prince Paddles? Well, Prince Paddles are the best for me. They suited my game really well, and for anyone out there who is looking for something with a big sweet spot, this paddle is perfect for it. The Response Pro gives me an extra inch, which gives me enough room to hit a two-handed backhand. And again, the feel of it, the face of the paddle, and the texture, I love it. It helps me create a ton of spin, and I think you should try it. Prince Pickleball, changing the shape of pickleball.
And we are back. Frank Anthony with the serve, up 8-6.
Wow. Oh. Nice shot. Nice passing shot. Game point. 10-6. Oh, that's gonna fly.
We got a game 3 coming up. This is actually the
Yes.
first game 3 we've seen on it's on court 1 here today. Frank Anthony Davis taking that one 11-6 over Kyle Yates. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for Game 3 in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Dorothy, I really think you'd like the magnesium. Perfect. I'd be happy to get that shipped out to you today. Thanks, Dorothy. You too. Come on!
Does he do that every time?
Every time.
Here we go, Game 3. Kyle Yates with the serve here.
That's in.
Great shot. Simone, one thing I've noticed a lot today here is some of these single players, I'm used to seeing them, especially when serving on the forehand, they line up very close to the center. And today they've been almost standing a little wide when they're serving. Any idea why that might be?
I mean, maybe I think usually on the left side they go further to the corner so that way it opens up the forehand.
Okay.
But oh wow. Sorry, I'm like watching the point.
Yeah, mesmerized by
Oh,
it. Oh, wow.
He almost got it back. So I think on this side, maybe trying to get a better angle because they are serving wide, like Kyle's serving wide. On that one, Kyle pretty much hit as hard as he could, and the ball still stayed in. It'll be interesting when they switch sides. I'm still surprised how the wind is playing it.
Just like that, we'll be switching sides. Seemed like Frank Anthony couldn't really settle in and get comfortable on that side to gain any momentum there.
Yes, which again, like I said, it just seems like that side would be a little bit better, but it's turning out not to be for them. See how Kyle does on that side.
That one just went a little bit wide there.
Freezing.
It's cold. Yeah.
Need a hot chocolate. my goodness.
Jeez.
It's quite interesting. That would have been trouble if that had gone in.
Yeah.
That would have been at the net. See that serve with the wind, I feel like that would be an advantage. That's gonna fly. Right, 2-8. I feel like the cat and mouse game, the thinking, has benefited FAD for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like they've ended in his favor.
Oh, just like that, it's close. 6-8. I think that was long, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could see from Kyle's perspective, it might have looked close from here. It definitely looked out.
Yeah. Oh. Hi, 8-8. Wow, great. Oh, he just twisted his ankle. Ow.
Yeah.
Frank. Jeez, oh, Pizzo. That looked...
You know, one of the things that Frank always says is that he just goes for every ball. That's
I
his thing, right?
know.
He doesn't think about it. He just goes for it. And we saw an example of that there. And
Oh, that
Hope
looks
he's okay.
scary. I know, that looks pretty scary.
Frank Anthony taking a timeout there from his, looks like he twisted his ankle a little bit.
Definitely don't take the brace off. Don't take the brace off though.
We had a comment out there from Clifford Chu, said looks like heavy winds. Yes. The winds are a bit heavy and gusty right now.
That looks scary.
It's a little medical timeout right now here. For those of you guys, if you're just joining, Frank Anthony Davis went for a ball that was hit very deep. Turned his ankle a little bit. player safety is obviously the number one concern here.
And a lot of the times when something like that happens, you kind of get really scared at the time that it happens, because you kind of know you just did something that your body just did something that was not natural, not normal. So
Yeah, your body's going to tell you very quickly.
nobody from NCH or
Back in action. 8-8. Kyle with the serve here.
still 8-8. Oh, just got a big gust. Eight, 9.
Yep, Frankie Anthony with the serve here. 8-9.
He read it. It was there. Wow, nice get. Oh, man. Wow. Nice point. A9.
It's like the other ball was a hindrance there.
Wow, it changed. Match point, 10-8.
Okay, Frank Anthony's calling a timeout here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I've tried a lot of other products, plenty of electrolyte mixes. They either contain some sort of sugar in them or something to give you a boost for a little while, but eventually it runs out.
Jigsaw products help me stay competitive. They help me stay energized.
It's helped me become a better player.
Jigsaw helps me recover faster.
I think all of you need Jigsaw help in your life. And you know why?
It's fun to feel good.
It's fun to feel good.
Fun to feel good.
It's fun to feel good.
It's fun to feel good. Cheers.
Got game point here on Kyle's paddle.
All right, 10-8. Ball in court. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate.
Kyle Yates with that game, 11-8. And that was the match as well. It did go to 3 games. Both sides playing incredibly well.